September is around the corner, which means it's almost time for Tokutember. Tokutember is an art challenge that takes place in September, which celebrates Tokusatsu. If you've heard of Power Rangers or Godzilla, you know what Tokusatsu is. It's a genre of Japanese live-action film and television, which includes shows like Super Sentai, which is known as Power Rangers over here, Kamen Rider, Godzilla, Ultraman, Garo, Metal Hero, and other shows that I just don't know. The genre is vast and wide and deep, and it's a lot of fun. Now, most of these shows are aimed at kids, and I would like to say that I have an excuse because I have a young daughter and she likes watching Ultraman with me, but that's not really why I started the art challenge. I love Tokusatsu, and I want to spread my joy and love of the genre to everybody. And what better way to do that than through art? The theme for this year's Tokutember is Challenge from the Year 2020, which was an actual episode title from Ultra Q. Huge shout out to my friend Mike Dent from Vintage Henshin. If you want to learn more about Tokusatsu, Tokusatsu toys, where the genre came from, check out his channel, Vintage Henshin. It is super freaking amazing, well-researched, just a wonderful show. I need more people to just watch his stuff. I'm going to link it in the show notes and in a card somewhere. I don't know where the cards show up. I think they're over here. But please, please, please check out Mike's stuff in general. He's a voice actor, so if you want some epic voiceovers for commercials or trailers or anything like that, hit him up. He's cut a bunch of trailers for Tokutember. My favorite is the launch trailer, which you can check out at tokutember.com. So like pretty much every other art challenge, there's a prompt list. You do not need to use the prompt list. You don't need to complete all of the prompts in order to have a successful Tokutember. If you create something that's Tokusatsu related and you tag it hashtag Tokutember during the month of September or whenever, that's perfectly fine. In fact, the first year that we did this challenge, one of my favorite entries was someone who made bento boxes in the shape of Kamen Rider heads. So like the eyes were eggs, and then there was like a strip down the forehead, which was nori, which is seaweed and stuff. So it doesn't have to be art. You could write poetry or fanfic about stuff. You can make food. You can make drinks. You can just do a video essay about awesome stuff that you like about Garo or something like that. You don't have to follow the prompts. The prompts are just there if you need some extra ideas. The point of Tokutember is to just have fun. Don't stress out too much about making sure you hit all of the prompts. Last year sucked for me. I invented the thing and I maybe got through 5 prompts because I had to spend most of my time drawing the comic. So that was disappointing from a personal standpoint, but it doesn't matter. Tokutember is all about fun. It's all a celebration of this genre that is aimed at kids, but I still love anyway, even though I'm 43 years old now and it's not meant for me at all. I just love watching people dress up in awesome costumes and punch monsters real hard in the face. It's been a pretty good year for Tokusatsu fans here in the West. The official Ultraman channel from Subaraya has been doing this thing, Stay at Home with Ultraman, where they broadcast old episodes of Ultraman subtitled in English, which is great. They're currently running Ultraman Z weekly. It's one of my favorite Ultraman shows so far. I haven't watched that many Ultraman shows, but this one is really, really fun. Shout Factory has been doing a great job streaming old school Tokusatsu through their Tokushoutsu channel, which you can find on Pluto. You can download it on your Roku, or you can go to their website and you can watch the first Kamen Rider for free streaming. They also have Kamen Rider Kuga and some other shows that are really fun. The lead actor for the next Kamen Rider Saber, is tweeting in English because he realizes that there are fans in the West that love this stuff. So I feel like now is the perfect time to get into the genre. There's so much stuff out there. Plus, we've got our own version of Godzilla here in the West. Kong versus Godzilla is coming, I don't know when, all movies have been delayed, but we've got our own version of Godzilla, and that's pretty freaking cool. So it's just, I feel like it's an exciting time to be a Tokusatsu nerd, and the best way I know how to celebrate these things is to draw fan art or to make up my own types of characters and do all this stuff. And low-key, I really want to work on one of these properties as a cover artist of some kind. So just trying to manifest that. So draw for the job that you want and then show everybody that you want that kind of job. So yeah, if you're into awesome transformation sequences and kaiju and punching, check out Tokutember. I'll be following the Tokutember hashtag on Twitter and Instagram and Tumblr, which are kind of like the 3 social sites where I post art. So if you see a random person reblogging your stuff or liking your stuff on whatever platform you hashtag your piece, that's probably me getting overly excited that other people like the same thing that I'm into. So have fun with it. Don't stress out too much if you're not using the prompts. Don't stress out if you can't do any of them. If you can only do one thing for the entire month of September, that's enough. It should bring you joy. It should bring you happiness. The thought of people dressing up in crazy suits and punching monsters. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be a thing that you can just relax with and have a good time with. If you don't feel like coming up with your own design, do a fan art of something in your own style. Just go out there, have fun with it. If you're new to the genre, there's plenty of resources out there to learn more about that stuff. Vintage Henshin is great. YouTube in general has been pretty good for Tokusatsu this year. So check all that stuff out. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what people are creating this year. Last year was a lot of fun. The year before that was a lot of fun. The first year we did that was a lot of fun. Every time Tokutember comes up, I see more amazing stuff. I've been following new artists through the hashtag that are into the same kind of stuff that I'm into, producing amazing work. So check it out if you're looking for some inspiration for your drawing, if you're finding yourself in a rut. I think art challenges in general are a good way to kind of knock the cobwebs off of whatever skills you're trying to develop. If you feel like you've been in a rut and you're not making any progress, sometimes just doing assignments can be a lot of help. And these are fun assignments. Tokutember challenge from the year 2020. I'll see you in September. Thank you for watching my channel. I have a Patreon where I show my patrons a lot of behind the scenes stuff of things that I'm working on that I can't show the public just yet. So when I was working on book 1 of School for Extraterrestrial Girls, my patrons got to see the thumbnails and the pencils and the inks and the colors and all that kind of good stuff. And they got versions of the book without the lettering. So I know some people like to see what a page looks like without the lettering in there. So my patrons got to see all that kind of stuff. They're getting to see a lot of that same development work for book 2. So if you want to check it out, I have links wherever that is. But yeah, draw some fun stuff. Have a good time. I'll check you later. Bye. Kamen Rider, Rider, jump, Rider, kick, Kamen Rider,